Is that?
I think it is.
Henry. This is Henry Hart.
Henry Danger had a theme song. Henry Danger and Captain Leon, here to save the world. I'm done. I'm in a good mood because I've had a good day so far, and we're going to continue this good day by filming this video. One, I'm sorry this is late. It should have went up at 12. The next videos this week will come out on time. I just had a lot of stuff, a lot of good things happening in my personal life that I couldn't get this video out in time, and plus, I had to watch the Henry Danger movie. Well, I had to finish it, right? It came out last week when I posted my Thundermans video. When I posted the Thundermans video, it came out. So, we're going to be talking about the Henry Danger movie and how that affects the greater Nickelodeon Thunderverse is what I'm calling it. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about it, so let's just get right into it. So basically, Henry Danger movie right off the bat, I give it a 10 out of 10. Right? It gives you that nostalgic feel, but unlike the Thundermans Return, the movie didn't have a laugh track. And it gave you some resemblance of the old series, but it was like a little bit more mature and a little bit more serious and a lot more higher stakes. And one thing I wish the Thundermans Return movie did, right? The Thundermans Return movie was very much more like a funny comedic thing, kind of like the original Thundermans series, right? But the Henry Danger movie, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I was not a fan of the series growing up, and I would watch a couple episodes here and there when they would appear on Nickelodeon, right? But like, I recently went back and watched all of it, and bro, this show is amazing. I haven't seen Danger Force yet, but this show is amazing. I love this show. I really do. And the movie made me love it even more as a person, especially coming from a hater of the OG series, honestly. And the movie was put together so well. Jace Norman was executive producer over this movie, kind of similar to how Kira Cosserin and Jack Griffo were executive producers over on the Thundermans new projects, like Thundermans Undercover and Thundermans Return, which is really, really cool. I really like how the main actors are coming into that directorial role because they were acting in these roles as kids and they know what they're doing. I feel like they need to do this a lot more with actors because these projects are coming out right? We're in reboot central, like the reboot or revival or renewal. Is it a revival? A reunion? Kind of reunion, revival, spin-off territory, right? So let's get into talk about the movie. So basically, Henry Danger is not Henry Danger anymore. Henry Hart is a hero off in Dystopia. Yeah, in Dystopia with Jasper, who is this new superhero who sleep fights and speaks only in Spanish when he's asleep. So basically his superhero mask is, he puts on his superhero mask on the back of his head, and his mask basically knocks him out so he can sleep fight and talk in Spanish. And I think that's kind of a cool concept, except the fact that he doesn't speak English. But yeah, that happens, right? That happens. And then, this little girl named Missy, she thinks Kid Danger is dead. She lives in, I forget, Newtown? I think the city is called Newtown. Newtown has a lot of crime in it, right? So she goes and steals this machine dressed as Kid Danger from a secret government base, which is crazy. I don't even know how she did that, right? From a secret government base, she stole this piece of technology where basically she can create anything her heart can desire and basically manipulate reality. I feel like that's going to come back to bite her later, but we'll get to that later on in the video, right? And she conjures or tries to bring back Henry Danger. Kid Danger. Kid Danger. His name is not Henry Danger. Henry Danger is the name of the show. Kid Danger, right? She tries to bring back Kid Danger because she thinks she's dead, because in the final episode of Henry Danger, Kid Danger died, quote unquote, was unalived when protecting Swellview from a rogue blimp from a villain. Right? Then he figured out he had force field power, saved it, and basically he threw away the mantle of Kid Danger because he wanted to be his own hero and he did not want to live in Captain Man's shadow anymore. Right? So fast forward to this movie, when she brings back Kid Danger, Henry Hart is already fighting Blackout, a villain from Dystopia, right? And he gets knocked out of a window, and all of a sudden he automatically gets teleported to this little girl's room. And he's like, where the heck am I? What is going on? Send me back. I don't know you. Da-da-da-da-da. Right? They argue a little bit, and then Missy eventually agrees to send each other back, but they hit a wrong button, and then they end up getting teleported into her fan fictions, because she's a fan fiction writer, and alternate universes. So basically this is like the Nickelodeon version of the multiverse, right? Her fan fictions are actually universes out there in the multiverse, right? And they constantly, every time they press the button, they keep getting teleported to different universes, right? One universe where Henry's sister Piper is an evil electric vampire that when she bites other people, they just want to serve her and turn other people into vampires so she can rule the whole world, right? When they first entered that world, right, which is like a closer depiction of Missy's life in Newtown, right, where there's a lot of crime and so on and so forth, right? She takes the crystal from the machine, right, that they need to get home, and it locks it in story mode, so they're constantly going between all of her different, you know, fan fictions, right? And yeah, they go throughout the film going through these different you know, universes that Missy has created, and then they realize that, hey, Piper has that crystal, so they have to go back and devise a plan to get that crystal with Swaz and Jasper, right? So they do that. They eventually get the crystal back, right? Well, going through a really heated battle where Missy sacrifices herself and becomes a vampire, and then Swaz is able to fix it with the crystal and puts everybody back into the world that they're supposed to be in, right? So at the end, right, Henry and Jasper got into a fight in the beginning of the movie because Henry is busy being famous while Jasper is the one saving the day, and Jasper is always saving, you know, Henry's butt, and he doesn't acknowledge him, and Henry's not busy, is not like working on being Jasper's friend. Instead, he's working on being this public figure for the public, giving them hope and like signing brand deals for them, which I like that because it's a good play on, do superheroes get paid? And the answer is yes, that they have brand deals or whatever, but that's irrelevant. They get into a huge fight about Henry moving out and not being a superhero with Jasper anymore. But at the end of the movie, they end up reconciling, and he ends up giving Jasper that responsibility of responding to the public and becoming that superhero for Dystopia. But Jasper comes along with Henry for that final ride back to Newtown with Missy. Missy's writing a letter because she doesn't know if that old Henry Danger email still works from the show. Remember, he had an email. And then she writes back to his email, and then he immediately comes because these guys, like, you know, are trying to take the computer because there's a lot of crime and high crime and misdemeanors and whatever and whatnot. And he stops them, gives her back her computer, and basically says that they're going to be superheroes together. And they end up taking off, and his new ability to fly in his force fields with Jasper with him, because they have a new like hideout that he's taking her to. And they're going to be superheroes together, kind of like a play on Kid Danger and Captain Man, but they're going to be their own thing. And we still don't know Henry's new superhero name. However, they jump cut to that. We get like a cool scene of Franchini dancing and singing, basically telling us to smile and be happy and whatever and whatnot. It was a really positive song. I really liked it. I also love seeing Franchini and things because he's just hilarious and he's just that guy. And then at the very end, which is like a post-credit scene, we have Cooper Barnes return as Captain Man, and he goes and he turns around and sees Henry and then this new girl, and he's like, Henry, I need your help. And I'm just like, whoa. And I'm assuming this happens after the events of Danger Force, because Danger Force ends up being disbanded. I don't know what happens at the end of that series, but I know it was a spinoff to Henry Danger, and they set it up in the last episode of Henry Danger. But yeah, that was the movie. I really liked the movie. It gives us a good, does it reminisce the old series, but it also gives us a new one and also leaves us on a cliffhanger, and we're probably going to follow the trajectory that Thunderman's Return did. This movie is going to do really well because Henry Danger was really popular, right? And then they're going to get a spin-off series because they set it up for that, and I can't wait to see what they have next in store for us in 2025, because guaranteed that's what's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to go and continue in this movie style where they're going to give us another movie instead of another series, but however, I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. We are back in the good golden days of Nickelodeon. They're actually doing reboots and revivals right. Like, this is how I wish all reboots and revivals worked, because the Thundermans, Undercover, and the Henry Danger movie, they did these right? And whereas in iCarly, they didn't really do it that well, I'm gonna be honest. And they didn't even have all the cast members in Henry Danger, and yet this movie was iconic. They referenced everything they were supposed to, and they did everything they were supposed to as storyboard writers. I really appreciate this movie, and I just want to say thank you to the filmmakers, Jace Norman, and everybody involved for making this, because it really was a nostalgic rush to my childhood. It gave me chills, and it made me feel right back in front of that Nickelodeon TV screen watching your show again. I really love this, and I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, leave down in the comments below your favorite part of this movie. But yeah, again, I give it a 10 out of 10, and I want to see what you guys think about it. down in the comments below. Also, I want to say thank you for popping up for popping out and showing out on this video, my Thunderman's Return video. I didn't think y'all would be interested. I'm thinking about reviewing every episode of Thunderman's Undercover. Let me know if you want that down in the comments below. But yeah, again, I'm sorry this video was late. I had a lot of things going on, but we are posting consistently in 2025, the year of consistency. And I cannot wait to see you on Wednesday's video. Again, Wednesdays and Fridays video will be posted at 12 p.m. EST at both times. So yeah, be there or be squared. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. And yeah, if you want more content from me, you're going to have to wait for my next video. Let's hit it.